This week on Our World with Black Enterprise, she's the daughter of a living legend who's making her own mark in Hollywood. Actress Tracee Ellis Ross is our headliner.
Our audience has been consistent for our 8 years. However, in terms of the industry, I'm still a little bit below the radar. It's kind of delicious.
Plus, sexuality.
We've not been trained to be sexy, healthy women. We are told to be good girls, but we are not told what being a good girl means sexually. We're just told what good girls don't do.
That's our roundtable. And the man who brings life to one of Sesame Street's most popular characters is our slice of life. Tracee Ellis Ross has a lot more going for her than just a famous last name. Although she is the daughter of superstar Diana Ross, Tracee has managed to find her own identity in the business. She plays Joan, an ambitious lawyer-turned-restaurant owner in the hit show Girlfriends. The sitcom, entering its 8th season, tells the story of three 30-something women who are best friends. It has been compared with the runaway hit Sex and the City. In fact, many black women say this show speaks to them like no other. I caught up with Tracee in Los Angeles and asked her about the phenomenon the show has become.
I just want to pause and say the phenomenon that Girlfriends is. I like that phrase. It's weird from the inside to see it that way and experience it that way. Every once in a while when I'm in America, not in Los Angeles or New York, I actually do have to take a deep breath and realize the phenomenon that Girlfriends is and has become. First of all, we're on 8 years, which is totally phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
Lynn, you don't like the sculpture?
They didn't like it either.
Yeah, but I didn't get it for them. I got it for you.
Well, it's just not my taste.
Well, fine. I mean, you should have said so. You don't have to pawn it off.
Pawn? I can't even give this thing away.
It's such a good show.
Tracee is quick to recognize that quality roles for African-American women are rare, and that's what makes the show's success that much sweeter.
Oh, this is nothing but tawdry gossip and innuendo about the neighborhood.
So you got what I was going for.
What I've appreciated from the beginning is that we were not playing paper-thin women on television. First and foremost, women, and second, black women on television. Joan and I are very similar. What I've always said is that I have a lot more experience. Joan has a lot more hope, but she's got a lot more rules.
Oh, my God. Joan! You did not have to get me a new gift.
I didn't. It's the same one. I just rewrapped it. And you're going to keep it and display it proudly. Because that's the right thing to do. We display the crappy gifts that our friends give us. Like that stupid fertility statue that you gave me. I kept that thing out for years. Dumb thing didn't even work.
Wait a minute, Joan, you haven't even been trying to get pregnant.
You don't know that.
We've gotten lucky on Girlfriends. Our audience has been consistent for our 8 years. However, in terms of the industry, I'm still a little bit below the radar. It's kind of delicious. There's like a combination of both. I've had the opportunity to become a seasoned actress and work for 8 years, which is like a dream, pinch me, hello. It's like the dream as an actor to say you've had a job consistently for 8 years is unheard of. So that's extraordinary. But yet, we haven't been at the Emmys every year. We haven't been at the Golden Globes every year. So we've had the opportunity to grow as actors. I've had the opportunity to grow as an actor, to really be in a position where I don't have to take parts out of desperation or out of needing to pay my bills.
When she's not taping Girlfriends, Tracee tackles other projects like Tyler Perry's Daddy's Little Girls, and she played opposite Queen Latifah and her real-life brother Evan Ross in HBO's television movie Life Support.
Your family is seeing talent go from generation to generation, now to another generation.
I know, it's so exciting. Isn't it great?
As a big sister now.
Yeah.
Are you doing the same for your brother?
Very much so, you know, but my brother's got his head on his shoulders, and I love watching Evan's work. I mean, it's just exciting. I mean, it's just, like, exciting. Mostly, you know, the thing that I seem so exciting about watching Evan's work is there's a vulnerability that comes forth, and it's really beautiful. It's really, really exciting to watch.
That's a lot. If she cared about me, she would come down here herself.
Later, Tracee talked about the growing pains of sharing her famous mother with the world.
I can tell you a really small, funny story. I went to dinner, I picked my mom up from the airport, and we went to lunch. And I realized, this was recently, so I realized that what I take for granted, the way people stare. Everybody knows my mother. Like, it just is what it is. And then this man and woman that were sitting very close to us in a very loud and vocal way started to literally talk about my mother very rudely. And I felt my blood boil. Like, because you imagine there's all those jokes, the you mama jokes, for a reason. Because when someone talks about your mother, you get upset. She's a good mom. I said it. Like, she's a good mom. My mom was present for her children. My mom showed up for her kids. My mom raised us. My mom was there for dinner. My mom knew who our friends were. My mom still tries to find out who our friends are. You know, you're like, Mom, you know, she still wants to know at 34 years old what time I'm coming home. I'm like, I've got a house. Like, get away, go away. You know, so she's an involved mother, and that creates kids that are awake to life in the world.
Finally, talk to me about what happens for you if you have, you know, some people have a 3, 5, 10-year plan. Mm-hmm. But after Girlfriends closes shop, whenever that is.
Soon, I'm sure. I mean, how long can a show go? I think we've gotten, we're on, as my dad always says, we're on the back nine.
Well, as you drive that back nine on your car, what do you want to do?
Oh, there's so much. I'm ready to, let's see, I want to write a book. I want to be a mother, and I want to be a wife. Those are big on my list. They're at the top. It's really strange to have no control over that happening.
Well, on one of them you might have a little control.
Yes, but, okay, but, you know, mostly, you know, letting God reveal that to me. It's, you know, letting that happen is interesting, but that's a huge thing. I can name all of my heart's desires, and then let's see what God and the universe sort of bring forth.
Well, Tracee, thank you so much. We're looking forward to seeing what indeed will be on your back nine, and we'll be there for the journey.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we return, back to our studios in New York to tackle the topic of sex and why some African Americans consider talking about it too taboo. Don't go away.
Our headliner has been brought to you by Chevy, an American Revolution.